When we look up at the night sky, we see the stories of the Greeks and the Romans. We see the hero Orion with his belt and sword posing valiantly. We see the great bear Ursa Major prowling through the heavens, heroes, gods, and monsters. It's very dramatic. But the Old Norse, they were a different sort. You see, the Greeks, they had a proclivity for the flamboyant and for the flourish. But the Norse, they were more earthy, more grounded. So they looked at those same stars and they didn't see heroes, at least not as often as the Greeks did. No, they tended to see their own lives. Where the Greeks looked at the stars and they saw a great bear, well, the Norse looked at those same stars and said, well, that's Karlsveen. That's me wagon. Or sometimes referred to as Odin's wagon. And those 3 stars in Orion's belt, that wasn't a belt. No, that was Friggsjarrekker, or Frigg's distaff. The tool that she used to spin wool. Or the tool that the man's wife used to spin wool. Same man who owned the wagon. And that big bright star in the north, well, this one is a bit dramatic. That was Andvodil's Tar. You see, Thor was dragging a giant through the wastes of Jotunheim, and one of his toes froze, and Thor snapped it off and threw it into the heavens. And that's the North Star. Waste not, want not, I suppose. And that's the difference. One culture looked up and saw flamboyant and gallant heroes in shining armor, and well, the other looked up and saw, well, that there's a practical wagon, and that there's a sewing tool, and that there is a severed toe. One's practical. Stay bloodthirsty, my friends. We'll see you for the next one.